Hey everybody, let's see if the microphone works today. Welcome to the Tuesday lunch stream. I am checking volumes and make sure they're working. That looks good. That looks good. We're on the YouTubes, we're on the Twitch. All right. How's everybody doing? It's Tuesday here. I am Aaron LeBeau. I'm a developer advocate at Couchbase. My nickname is the Custoda, or Biazal is my screen name. Been that since the 90s, 1994 to be exact, when I went to college and took some programming classes. Biazal, for those of you curious, stands for Binary Input Output, ZIOS. Aaron LeBeau. AL for Aaron LeBeau. ZIOS is Zone Enabled Operating System. It was a programming concept and operating system design class that I had to take in the 90s. And that's how I made my nerdy username. And it was my college username from 1994, and it's been here since. Yes, I went to college in 1994. You can do some higher end math to figure out how old I am. Yes, ancient. The Flintstones were out when I was around. That is 150% correct. If you're looking to have some conversations with me, head over to the folks, the Fine Place Dev Club. Dev Club is great on Slack. I hang out there from time to time. Couchbase also has a Slack. And if you want to ask mobile questions and stuff like that about mobile stuff, or just in general, go away, ask some questions, man. It's pretty cool. This is not a Couchbase promoted theme. This is my lunch stream, which means while I work at Couchbase and I love it, so I'll probably be using it for stuff. I don't feature Couchbase as the primary thing I'm talking about. Instead, I talk about the things I love outside of Couchbase, which is mobile development and just software development in general. The last few streams we've been working on, and our lunch stream is always dedicated to .NET usually. It won't be forever, but for right now it is. We've been working on Maui in a .NET 8 application. So we've been trying to get some just core basic functionality of Maui working. I'm on a Mac. I will pretty much always be on a Mac. That is my platform. I stream on a Mac. I like a Mac. I'm not a Windows user. I have 3 Windows boxes here actually. But I do not consider myself a Windows user. So I do not use Visual Studio for Windows. I use Writer on the Mac, and I use Writer on Windows. And I do have Visual Studio installed, but I rarely use it anymore. Used to use it years and years ago. So one thing that we've been trying to figure out, and yesterday we had a stream. It wasn't a lunch stream because I had meetings and had some stuff broke at work I had to get fixed, but we did a regular stream last night, is how to get a shell flyout menu working. Of course, the Googles here, or the IDE here is going to say, hey, you got a plugin available update. You should do this right while we start streaming. Sure, why not? Restart to activate the plugin. Oh, you turd. Let's see if we can get a debug going here. And we'll describe some of the problems we're having. So one, I did some research on this last night. I told you all on the stream last night that I would do some research on this, and I did. Let me get a web browser open here. This will be our stream web browser where we... Oop, that's the wrong web browser. That'll be a work web browser. Let's get a Aaron web browser. A non-work web browser. Oh, look at that. We have all this stuff already open here. Perfect. What was it called? It was called app theme binding, not working. It turns out that I'm not the only person having problems with flyout menu, and there's a pretty epic rant about this not working on Reddit, and a couple of them actually, and I've come to find out that I am not alone on the shell problem. This is a common problem with Maui, and for what I researched, I found no solutions to it. The amount of defects against Maui on shell is staggering, but like most open source project, I guess it's that way. So we will have to start talking about concessions we're gonna have to make. So what's the issue? The issue is on Android, light theme works, but oh boy, this thing went back to default settings, so my little buttons here aren't there. But if I go back to settings, do dark here, turn this off, go back home, go back to my Maui app. Well, maybe relaunch my Maui app because it did not take the dark theme. There we go. No menu. So the app theme bindings is not working. It seems in Android specifically. It's part of it works. The regular page is working. You'll see here that I got my theme, but the flyout menu specifically is not honoring the theming at all. And we tried to put some hacks or some fixes for this based on the docs. So we opened up the docs for Maui. I'm saying the word docs hard because it's a little frustrating when you open up the shell documentation here that says how to do this and you cut and paste the code in and then it doesn't work. I believe the only solution to this is to not use theming in your app for Android specifically. And you'd have to, like, on Android, just hard code values in. I think that that's going to be the only solution to this problem, which really kind of sucks. But I just don't see a solution around this in Maui today unless you want to build all of that yourself, which, I mean, why would I build flyout? The whole point of using Maui is to have the flyout. The fact that it doesn't work, I guess, sucks, but it's also the reason why you're there. That's like if split view didn't work in iOS, you wouldn't write your own split view. You'd go to Apple and say, fix split view. That's the reason why I'm here. So we've got a couple different things here. These are some blog articles that we're looking at on how to implement things. I don't need that one anymore. But it looks like Maui's got some problems with split view specifically. One thing I was going to do is look at David's. So David's one of the PMs, the lead PM on Maui right here. I was going to look at his example of point of sale and see what he does because he is a big Shell user. In fact, he's the one that convinced me to start using Shell. So I have to believe that he would have some possible things in here. So let's see here. He does a control play template for menu item template. So he's doing all of his menus as menu items instead. Unchecked. Let's see here. Border. He's got a border. Here's his control template. Flat control template. He's got a grid. And he's doing a background. He's not using themes. Because you can see here he's doing his own thing here. He's got a radio button, a logo. Oh, heck, what the heck was this called? Point of sales, that's what it's called. But which folder is it in is the question. Let's go back. Apps. That's where it's in. Let's go to apps. And point of sale, there we are. Source, get the source open. Writer's going to ask me if I want to open, trust and open. I do. I want to make a new window. I don't want to lose my current stuff. Let's go take a look at this and see if we can debug it and see what happens. So he's got a single project here. That's pretty cool, right? He looks like he's got some Razor stuff here too. That's interesting. Are these all Razor pages? No, I see XAML also. So I wonder if part of this is he's got WW root, so this has got to be a hybrid application. He must be doing some stuff in Razor and some stuff in Razor is Blazor, it's called. And Blazor is the way that you can kind of make look almost like a Cordova app, where you have a web view and then it's rendering the mobile app inside of just a web browser inside the mobile app. Really popular if you know web tech, but you don't know native development, I guess. Is the answer to that. Let's go and run this in Android and see what happens. Got my Android emulator running, and I'm interested to see how his sidebar works. My guess is, like I said, is that David is smart, and if this bug existed, he probably is not using themes. He probably doesn't care about dark or light mode. Probably hard-coded the colors to a certain color theme that doesn't matter and works on both, and worked around this error. If not, then he has theme support and it's working. We can go look at David's code to figure out like why his works and the built-in one to the docs doesn't. Either way, we'll get some answers to what the heck is going on here. Let's see here. And of course, it's the first time building Maui, so that takes some time. Let's go ahead and close my current app. We'll flick that to flick it closed. We'll give the, there is a build process you can see here. There we go. We're already running. So it's trying to get it up. We can get the Logcat open. Logcat's going to tell us what's going on. And we should be able to get this phone open here. And okay, here we go. So here's our order system. Huh. Okay, that's weird. I don't see a menu on this at all. Huh. So I see a table with some food in it. I mean, the table's not bad looking per se, but I have a table and I have the current order. And it doesn't work. Pay does seems to work. Back button seems to work. No hamburger menu. No ability to do stuff, even though he's got a shell with some items on it. Huh. Let's try iOS. See if iOS, what it does. Okay, here's .NET Food. Same thing. So 2 tabs, 1 tab doesn't work. Home works. Nope. Neither one of these works. Clicking on something does work. That works. Can I go back? No navigation on this one. No navigation to go back. No navigation bar here whatsoever. Wow. So if I click on an order and I click pay, I can't go back. Ooh, boy. Is that really a usable demo? Oh boy. Let's try the Mac version, Catalyst, to see what happens. Here we go. Now we have a menu. Now we have all kinds of options here. Only working in Catalyst. So in Catalyst, it looks like, and I'm guessing WinUI also, you get the sidebar here, which looks like he has, I see now why he's kind of got it. It looks nice. Honestly, this looks pretty impressive. I mean, he's got some font problems here where the font's too close to the image, but I mean, David, this is, dude, pretty cool. Rice doesn't show any dishes. Appetizer doesn't. Dessert, beverages does. So I don't know if those are supposed to have dishes or not. It seems like this is in a various state of busted. It looks like you have some tables you could do here. It looks like we have, these are the products. So this is where scrolling is working. You can't flick to scroll. I'm thinking of a mobile device here. So they got soda, coffee, hot tea, some meals. Not implemented. Okay. So can't manage categories. I mean, it's cool. What it's got is looking very professional for a Maui app. I'll have to be honest. This looks nice. But some of this doesn't seem to be implemented. Poop. Well, I was hoping David's point of sales would be a good example of the sidebar working, and it's not. It's a terrible example because it doesn't have a sidebar mobile. That is a bummer. Let's see what our apps are in that repo. I doubt any of them other will have a sidebar, but maybe we get lucky. Apps. Weather 21. Don't know why the weather app would have a sidebar. Floating out menu. And I accidentally closed my code. That was stupid of me, but let's go look and see. Views. I do not see a shell in this at all. And my guess is there's shell. Okay, so it does have a flyout. Let's run this to see what we get. What's it doing with flyout here? Tablet, so it has one for desktop and home. Tablet, and then phone, it has its own. How does it know the difference between those two? Does he have it on platform? On idiom, phone disabled, locked. So here's interesting. So they don't do flyouts on phone according to this thing. Let's see what happens. I'll run it. I'm getting depressed already. Do they just simply not do examples on flyout with what is this running on? Oh, this is Android. Okay, here we go. Here's Android. He's doing a menu here with tabs. It looks like theming is not working. Touching events, but nothing happening in the theme department. We are getting pounded on, by the way, right now by rain. I live here in Alabama, and it has been not awesome. I just went outside, and it's like a monsoon out there right now. It is not sunny in 52 here. Oh, David's from Missouri. That's why it would be Missouri. Oh, that would totally make sense. That's right. I'm originally from way up here in Marquette. Actually, a little town here called Lance. But I live now in the sunny state of Alabama, although right now it's not sunny. It's very cold and wet out. All right. Well, this doesn't have a flyout either. Is there just simply no apps with flyout in them on mobile? Am I just doing this wrong? Is the Maui world, you don't do flyouts, you do tabs? It's not the design I have previously, not the design I want, but it seems like all the things I could find, for example, is they just disable it on phone or they don't have it on phone. The food app that David had is that way. The travel or this weather app seems to be that way. Let's open another example and see if we can. Calculator is not going to have a flyout. It's not going to have it. It's just not going to happen, right? So let's go back instead of apps. Let's take a look if they have tutorials, user interface. A control gallery. Let's see what control gallery has. It's my only hope. Help me, Obi-Wan, you're my only hope. Maybe this has a flyout. And I'll have to probably try to figure out how. Yeah, flyout demo page here. So it looks like they do have some flyouts here. Maybe we can ascertain from this the true answer. Can a flyout work with Android and theming? And why does iOS first item not work? The two problems in our version, my version, that I'm working on. Two very interesting problems. Loading data. Okay. Well, that's just the app I used to have running here. That's just the weather app. Oh, it's still installing. I'm impatient. Okay. I'm going with one. If I didn't have theme support on Android, wouldn't break my heart. Even theme support's general. It's a pretty big deal breaker, I think, for some people in their app. But okay. So let's see. We want flyout. So let's go look here. They got flex layout, flyout. What? I mean, I've present 2 pages of the list and an item. Yeah, what the shit? Not really a flyout page, folks. I mean, there should be a hamburger menu here that you get. The control gallery seems to have something that's halfway working. Let's go to flyout here. There it is. It's not really a true... It's wrapped around this navigation, but I mean, it is working. Let me check. I am not streaming, even though it says I'm streaming.